Hi guys. This is a serious one, and I'll do my best to do it without being emotional, but I'll do my best. This is why I burnt out in my job of social welfare. That's why I think life coaching will be a bit more gentler for me. Because look, none of this is like said by, oh, this was too hard a bother. I am a humanitarian, and when a human needs something, I'm there. I live in a community, and I have witnessed something that I will be writing to Bill Shorten about, without naming names, and I'm not going to name names in this. And the person also lives here, my great friend. This is not to be, this is purely confidential here in this facility. And you go. You can go on today. You can do whatever you want, Bubba. I wanted to talk about this because this is happening to so many people. And it could be me. It could have been me when I was young. It could have been me when I was middle-aged. Me when I'm a bit older now. You know, I'm heading more the other direction now. Old. I'm talking about autism. Vulnerabilities of autism, lack of family support, judgments wrongly made about an autistic that are totally incorrect and totally can be proven wrong. I can see it in psychology in this case study that I'm going to talk about today, of a person that is clearly not of the abilities that is expected. And in autism world, as you know, when we are like this, and it is serious. It is damn fucking serious. And sir, he can't even talk about it. He's so... I know that you guys probably don't understand this, because through the screen it's very difficult with a trauma, because you weren't there. So I'll try and paint the picture as much as I can. And Sir's not going to be part of this talk, because he's going to be more of the functional stuff and more of the helpful stuff, because that's just what he does. He's too emotional. Actually, he's broken. He's seen things done to me in the same way, and it's too much for him. So let's just respect that. Us women are a little bit more, not saying, hey, you men are useless. No, you're not. You're just not built that way. That's fine. It's acceptable to not cope with emotions in the same way. That is just totally acceptable. Especially you autistic males. You guys need a lot more, a ton more leeway than even that. So basically, so think of the overall topic here, but I'm going to use a case study to paint this picture of what I know is an Australian-wide thing. Possibly it is in other countries. Only you guys can let me know. I know a lot of you guys that I've made friends with here, who we talk in the comments, and you know, your names are in my head a lot, and I feel like you guys are my friends, and you know, I know you get it. I know that's why probably you watch my channel. I think when people watch someone's channel, it's because they click. There's something that connects. So, you know, so basically last night we were, you know, we set up as I have talked about a lot, we set up our studio, which is like an office, art and craft room for me, and also a Sir's room for modelling and doing all his stuff. So instead of having the bed. So basically, we were exhausted from doing that. He did most of the work, of course, but me just being exhausted because of I am with MECFS. But basically, we were lying there and I said, oh, hearing someone scream. And he said, oh, that's just probably people in the park, because we have a beautiful park down here that just has everything. So people spend a lot of time there. It's gorgeous. You could live there. So basically, I said, no, I'm hearing someone in distress. And I thought, oh gosh, I hope someone's not walking their dog, because it was dark, right? It was evening time, dark. I hope someone's not being harmed, you know, walking the streets with their dog or whatever, because it's a very good dog park there, like real bougie. And then I said, no, it's coming from the other direction. So it was in our car park, communal car park. And so anyway, I said, look, you go and investigate, you know, female male thing is, you go investigate in case there's danger and you need to, danger, right? Sorry, I have to do this. Is a coping mechanism. It comes up. Doesn't take away from the seriousness of how angry and traumatized I feel right now. But anyway, he's down there, and one of the people that lives here, female, is in distress. So I get a phone call, please come down. Not a problem. I'm thinking, there's a problem. I'm here to help. Like I said, humanitarian mode just kicks in me, and I'm like, what does this person need? Okay. And I get down there. And there's this poor girl in absolute, you could, the terror in her was just visible, audible, everything. Autistic, and 23 years old. Just a baby. And so we talk through the meltdown. This person's in a meltdown. We all know what that's like. If you don't know what that's like, then your level of autism is a better level, and you should be grateful, because they're awful. And the guilt can cause depression. Don't forget that. So anyway, this person is obviously feeling guilty, like we all do. We all are in this meltdown and we can't control, we can't emotionally regulate, and then we're apologizing to people, and we're not emotionally regulating, and we're apologizing to people. Anyway, we get through some bits. We said, right, do you want to go into your apartment, sort some stuff out? Do you need some help? The apartment, we didn't do much then. She said, no, I don't want to be here. We said, do you want to come with us up to our place? You're welcome to. You know, you can have something to drink. You could just take it and catch your breath. She's like, sure. So we bring her up here, and we just basically work out what's going on. And she's like, I just woke up. I didn't know where I was. What's going on? And I thought there was a rat in my house, because basically she does have a snake that requires food, which is a rat. She mistook it for a live one, not a dead one. So she's struggling to comprehend. And that is a combination of things going on there. So I won't go into that, but basically, not her fault. So we bring her up here, we're working through some stuff, and she's like, oh, I feel so sick. She's going outside for fresh air. I said, are you hungry? She hadn't eaten all day. I said, look, you need to eat. I said, what do you want to eat? We got a lot of stuff here. We're always stocked up because of me. And if Sir can't leave me alone, we always have to have food stocked up, right? And so sorry guys. It's just, I'm a parent and I look at this person and I see that person as a child that needs, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. It's also triggering because I am her from the past. But basically, she says, oh yeah, we work out what she wants and we found the safe food. Same safe food as mine. Chips, hot chips. Look, I'm sure it's plenty of Autistic. It's such, anyway, so many of us have that as a safe food. So it's like, no worries. And so we got some food into her. It helped her because she was getting a migraine as well, naturally, from not eating. Now, this is something that autistics who are young, even at my age, I have to be told, you haven't eaten. You haven't eaten all day. Oh, yeah, the eating thing. I'm 50. Anyway, your level of autism, which I have the same level as this person, does not change. Yes, you get more toolbox stuff, but it does not change. Autism is a real struggle. It is not a walk in the park. Maybe if you're level 1, maybe. Some level 1s do so amazing. And some of us don't. And it is not anyone's fault. It is just autism. It is a spectrum. So then we decide, okay, how can we help you feel safe to go to bed tonight in your apartment? Because she's like, it just feels like white walls and it just feels horrible. So I said, let's go down together. She's like, oh, it smells. I said, look, I've got beautiful incense sticks that just smell awesome. Do you like that kind of thing? She's like, yeah, I actually have some. And I said, well, how about you choose? Because I've got some sort of special ones. She chose some of them. We went down, we lit that, and we made the bed for her to sleep in, because the bed that she is in her room is too triggering. So she's sleeping on the sofa bed, and then that was triggering her because the support staff that she does sometimes have sleep on that bed. So an autistic deserves to be in a familiar, safe, oh gosh, there was just nothing in this apartment. No one has made it a home for her. No one. So anyway, getting her through the chips is hard enough because she's 23 and she's like, I want my mum. I want my mum. She's ringing her mum about every half an hour. Her mum wouldn't pick up. She said her mum's had enough. As a mum, I disagree. You don't get to check out, no matter how old they are and no matter how tired you are. You're a mother. And then you step the fuck up. And you put your shit behind you, beside you, inside you for a little bit, because you can get a break at some point. Absolutely, respite. I believe in all those things, but you need to step up when your daughter is like, I want my mum. Because she's like, I don't want to have to do what my sister did to get help from my family by driving into a tree. We speak to one family member, the mother. I don't like what I hear in the style of talking about autistic behaviour in the way that she did is so either she's just ill-informed, or it's just typical Australian bullshit about autism. Because this young girl is not capable of the position she's in, hence the meltdowns. Meltdowns always happen when an autistic is in a situation or an environment that is not in their capacity of able to be, like, they can't manage it. They have not gone through any process to manage it. They may never manage it. You cannot put them in that position and then blame them for a meltdown. And this autistic, which in Australia is what they do, which I don't agree with. They call the police on meltdowns. That escalates things. She's scared of them. Why wouldn't you be? I would be. That is not the people for autistic meltdowns. Everything that's going on to this girl is exacerbating her, and no one is fucking noticing that. This person is 23 chronologically, but she is not. But apparently she's manipulative. No, she's not. No, she's not. What I have witnessed for hours. Barely slept. Hours. She is not capable of the things that is expected of her. Sometimes it might just be in that situation and timing, and other times she can. Some things not at all. There's no transition assistance. There's many people in the situation all earning their money from her, but no one's actually getting anywhere. But tell you what, as a social welfare and psychology person, easy. I know the pathway. It's freaking clear. But no, everyone wants to compartmentalize all this rubbish, organizations of this and that and people of that and this and this and that to get money. But no one's actually giving her a direction to actually de-escalate the situation, make it easy for her, give her some success. It's achievable. I know that because I am that. And when someone is saying, I want my mum, and you don't pick up the phone, I'm sorry, I have no comprehension of that. Couldn't do that to my kid. Not at all. Sorry. No way. Especially autistic children. If they're adults even. Autistic children. You're a parent for life, number one. And number two, if they're autistic and special needs, then that's your responsibility. You don't get to just check out. But apparently here in Perth, far north, there's a dumping zone for adult disabled people, particularly autistics. I think it's fucking disgusting. I'm so... And then, as I'm trying to look around and trying to sort of make it, how can I make this feel homely for her? How can I make her feel safe in her apartment? This is before she comes back up to our apartment to sleep. We set up a single mattress in the studio room and she slept there, and she struggled to sleep because she is so stressed. There is so much on her plate. So basically, it's like I've been there. I lived alone with 2 kids at 21 as an autistic, and my mental age would have been probably 15. And I used to call my mum all the time for help because I was scared. Not help like, oh, help raise my kids. I didn't get any of that from my mum. No. I was scared, right? I'd stay up all night checking the windows, just going around the house checking the windows. But basically, her windows face an area where she feels a threat of people getting in, right? There's a fear there. That fear for an autistic who's all of us have major anxiety disorders. And she's got a clothes rack, wire, and a metal like metal dangling thing with bells. She said, it's okay, I've got that. I've got that. And if someone comes in, they're not here. I'm sorry, but this person is being failed. This person is being failed. Not one person is looking after them. We did speak to the mum on the phone, and she gave us more details, and we want to try and help advocate for her, because I don't think that things are going the right direction for her. Everyone seems against her. Absolutely. So everything's on her, and she's wanting to do this, do that. She wants to get everything right, but everyone around her is not setting anything up to go that fucking way, except for getting money out of her by pretending to work for her. Fuck that. I mean, the person that's meant to support, and in an emergency, she rings, this person is a male. No. A 23-year-old girl who's autistic at night time, you know, she doesn't know the person in a way of comfortableness for that. That's not okay. It's not an option in my eyes. That's a fail, Australia. We are failing, Australia. We are failing. And we speak to the mother. It's all, oh, I can't cope. I can't cope. I'm at my mum and dad's. What the fuck? That's my mum. Oh, mum and dad, help me. She's so difficult. Help, mum and dad. What a fucking hypocrite. She's acting like a child. That was what was said to me too. Very similar. But that's what her mum said. She's acting like a child. You've gone to your parents for support, and you're way older than your daughter. She's saying to me last night, multiple times, I want my mum. And I said to her, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because here I am. I'm not her mum. I just want to comfort her. She wanted her mum, naturally. And this mum's saying, I can't cope. I'm going to my mum and dad. That's where she is. While she's trying to gather her stuff, she was left after house sitting their house while her mum and her sister go to visit her dad across the other side of the country without her. Then they say when they get back, I'll go back to the unit. And she doesn't want to be here alone because she's isolated. She doesn't see anyone. She doesn't have anything that she can... No one is giving her services in a way that is making her life meaningful in any way. Is this a third world country? What is she supposed to do? She wants to be doing things. This system is just... Fix it. They'll fucking show the government fucking fix it. Because I've just seen a young fucking person in 2024 that needs your fucking help. And you can either make this person succeed or fail. They've set her up for failure. And then going, your fault, and blaming her. You don't call the police for meltdowns. That is the worst thing to do. Ask Tony F. Atwood. He knows this. That's fucking bullshit. An autistic in a meltdown, it passes, for goodness sake. She's even told me she's even gone to her car, like I suggested. Look, have you ever gone to your car and had your meltdown in the car so that they can't go, oh, blame you? She said, yeah, and the police smashed my window. Because, you know, she's not safe because she's having a meltdown in her car. Oh, my God. It's not helping. That's not helping. And I'm sick and tired of the Australian government thinking that treating autistics this way is okay. Because it's not. That's not de-escalation. You just turning up as police officers in a fucking uniform is intimidating to a 23-year-old whose mental age is probably a child. We're not helping these people. To anyone that thinks NGS is a waste of money, fuck you. To tell you what, there is genuine people here struggling and suffering, and there are people taking their money, but they're not getting anything. They're not getting their needs met, let alone wants. Oh my goodness, where's that? It's not okay. To me, I consider this, the family's neglecting her, the system's neglecting her. They keep putting her in mental health, which they do to autistics in Australia, do you know that? It is so fucked. Tony Atwood says all the time, keep autistics away from mental hospitals or systems. It's not the right place, fix for autism. We're failing in autism Australia. It's so embarrassing. Look at America. I mean, come on. You're embarrassing. I've studied psychology. It's bullshit. You do nothing but aggravate. You do nothing but speak to them like a child. You make them like they're a criminal for having a meltdown, which does not equate to violence when they're not hurting anyone. Okay? They have no control over their meltdowns. No control. You make no effort to make them feel safe. I mean, look at your uniforms, threatening. A lot of police officers' attitudes and voices are very intimidating on purpose. Sometimes assholey. That doesn't help. How many other things do I have to say don't help an autistic in a meltdown that passes? You know what you do? You sit 2 meters away and you say, it's okay. I'm just going to wait. If you want me to talk, I'll talk. If you want me to shut up, I'll shut up. But I'm here. You stay. As if they say 3 meters, you go 3 meters. If they say 4 meters, you go 4 meters. Sit with them. They are embarrassed. They are not in control. And She tells me, and this is exactly how I used to feel when I was young and when I was a child. She tells me, for her meltdowns, she said she remembers them since about 12. She said, I used to feel I was evil. I'm like, no. It's a meltdown, you're autistic, it's a neurological explosion. It is not within your control. The guilt that you're feeling, the way we speak about, the way I hear her speak about it, the way I was speaking about mine my whole life. You don't feel guilt if you've done it because you just don't care. We have to live with how humiliating our meltdowns are. And when you are not a level 1, and I'm not saying because if you're a level 1 you have meltdowns, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm just saying the different levels here, we have different types of meltdowns, and some of our meltdowns for some of us are quite intense, okay, and they can be from the outside perspective looked into as something very different, basically very different, and that's not good, not in a good way. This person questioned that she's evil. We are failing autistics. This girl is just so innocent in this. She's so confused. She's so, why does my family not want me? I've had that, as you guys know, but guess what? What do I say to this poor girl? Because it's fucking wrong. She deserves family. That's what I only could tell her. You deserve love. You deserve to be accepted, to be understood. But no, the mum just wants to go and get support from her mum instead of supporting her daughter that's crying out for her mum. And then the system wants to fail her too. Do better, Australia. I'm really pissed off, and I will not stop A, just supporting this person in general, but B, I am not going to be silent about this. I'm going to fight for this girl. And I'm going to make sure that she gets her needs met. I'm going to make sure that this gets fixed up, because this person has been failed, and I'm not going to fucking let it continue. I'm not. I mean, she's making decisions that are like a child. When you say, oh, I was considering doing the Biberman track just to go, because then I'm homeless, because I can leave here because I can't handle being here, because the transition hasn't been done, so nothing's been done there that's appropriate for her. She's totally overwhelmed, and she thinks walking the Biberman track and just hiding out as a homeless person in that at 23. No. Do you see her thinking? It's not her fault. Developmentally, this is what they think, because they can't manage a level of expectation that you're wanting of what a normal 23-year-old who doesn't have autism could possibly do. And even a normal 23-year-old can struggle. But yes, autism, totally different though. This is just, wake the fuck up, Australia. You've got families you're not holding accountable, informal supports to bloody well support. It would save a lot of money, you taxpayers. You taxpayers should be angry at toxic families, acting like, oh, I don't have to support you. Yeah, I'm your family, but I don't owe you anything. Family should stick together instead of criticizing and saying, you're manipulative. Get lost. Oh no, come and house it. Oh, well, what if we set up a list of rules, but then not discuss one rule that one person's not happy with because I'm sorry, but toxic families, the damage and watching the same thing that I'm going through, but at least I'm older. I've got a massive toolbox and a lot of time between. But how do I answer a 23-year-old girl that says, why? Why does my family not want me? There's no transition assistance. She's shaking like this. She doesn't know what medication she's taking. She's getting confused with things, her memory. She knows she needs to see a neuropsych. That's good. Definitely. But I'm just saying, like, this is neglect system. She is not being protected from making mistakes with her medicines, anything. I am so angry that this young girl is so at risk. The risks are this high. And I'm not going to let this fail for her. But what about all the other ones? I know I can't save the world. I know. How can parents do this to their special needs children? What the fuck? But I guess it happened to me. Why am I surprised? I don't know. Just like her, I can't understand it. I can't understand it. I can't too. I don't get it either. There's a lot of support for her family, just like my family has theirs, and I was always on the outer, always on the outer. It's bullshit. Then the system, they're doing her wrong. We're going to try and help fix that, because it's not okay. When people have needs, you can't just go, just look the other way. No, we're not going to let that happen for this young girl, because you're doing it wrong. And a lot of people are getting a lot of money and a lot of work out of this. And work is income. But she's not getting what she needs, and it's not okay. And I'm not going to sit on it. I'm not going to let it happen. And I'm going to make sure. I can't guarantee, because people make their own decisions. And sometimes people might go on and make the wrong decisions. I can't stop people from doing what they're doing. I can only be a support. But I hope I can help this situation. Because I tell you now, how many more are you failing, system? Fuck. I'm so angry. And I'm so appalled at society's behaviour and attitudes towards autistics. It is disgusting, Australia. You look like assholes towards autism. I'll leave it at that, because I'm just so exhausted, and I just want to rest until she possibly might need us soon. So basically I will go, but I just wanted to say that please, if you see someone in need and you can, and I know that sometimes we all do things, sometimes we can't, but we do. So harm yourself doing so. Don't put yourself in something that, you know, always make sure that you're welcome into that, because at any point this person could push me out of that, and that's totally their choice, and I respect that. But I'm just saying, if someone around you's in need and you can help, please do. Because this world needs that. Please, please help, because I still feel sad that it's always us that goes out to these things. No one else And I'm not blaming people. Maybe people just didn't know what to do. But that distress that I heard, I was like, no, I need to go to it and help. But no one should be in that state. No one should just be exiled out of a family, shoved into a place all alone, and just, no. This shouldn't happen, system. And when it does, by families, system, you need to step up. Not join in on the failing. That's just the moral of this story, I guess. I guess that is just the moral of it. Why, guys? Why? I don't get it. I would give anything for my child to ring me and say, Mum, I need you. Not saying that I want my kids to have to need me. Don't take it that way. Not at all. I'm glad that they don't need me. It's good. It's wonderful. I'm free of that. But I'm just saying, I can't imagine ignoring it. So, anyway. If someone can tell me why people are so evil. Anyway, I hope that the world can change. Maybe we can all do that. So if you see someone in need, even if it's in a tiny way, just help. Because there are people out there that they actually need it. They just feel like a burden. Okay, they just, even if they keep telling you, you know, like, you just have to say, you're not a burden. I can help you. Okay? Because people sometimes won't ask. So anyway. Love to you all, and I hope all you guys are going well.